The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I'm ready.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Lawrence on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one too low.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Man open, it's Toney. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 29 yards. And the Jaguars put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, the slant complete to Michael Thomas. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown! Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
After right down the middle. And it's now touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for Jacksonville touchdown. Michael Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but offense hasn't been able to generate anything. You feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. McCann. This is the tight end fan. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. Throwing on 1st down. McCann. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On first down, Lawrence. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on
the throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, McCann. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Walker now on 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 21-0 our score after one. Second and 9. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept the pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
He's got a man complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff coming left, Connor. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 9 now. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 30. 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Play there on the catch and run. 97 yards. Everything but pay dirt. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with,
and he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Michael Thomas on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Now the try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This pass completes a Pollard on the out route, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Bridgewater now. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Myers' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group. And they want.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence. It's caught by Hooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Davis from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Bridgewater now from the 50. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyson Campbell. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 1st and 10, McCann. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability. And they showed it on that last play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, McCann. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. McCann. He'll find Metcalf. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. McCann. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Going right back to Fant. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Gets by him at the 25. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
On first down, Lawrence.
He'll get that one complete to Connor.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Looking to throw again on second down.
Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sidney Jones. Well, they get a fourth-quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McCann. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McCann. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a 16-yard touchdoand. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defensive.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Lockett. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing to start the drive. McCann. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCann. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Back to throw. McCann. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 38 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Tariq Woolen picks it. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game, and good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You score the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.